This is City of Brass. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at something that is inheriting its Xbox One X enhancement, which is actually kind of interesting. So what we're getting here is a 4K resolution, but with an uncapped frame rate. That means we're actually getting 60 FPS. There's HDR support. And yeah, this is a very cool experience. For context, I've also, kind of disabled the VSync just because I want to see it kind of roll like this. But yeah, this is actually a really fun, unique sort of roguelike experience where you are, tackling various challenges, improving your character between the rounds, and trying to survive the various trials. It's got it's a 3D style, obviously, and I think it's honestly quite a lot of fun. Very dynamic and full of neat challenges as you collect gold, kill enemies, and of course evade lots of traps. I actually really like this one. I think it was quite well done. It looks really cool, and yeah, it's just kind of a fun, smooth, good-looking experience. It really is quite a charming time, and definitely something a little bit different if you like this. I don't know if I would call it necessarily like an Egyptian type game, but this sort of vibe to it I think is just really cool, especially with the various challenges you're discovering and things you're kind of coming across while you're playing. You can really unleash some neat kind of moves against enemies and do some neat things in order to spring traps and blow yourself up. And you can do multiple runs in order to do, different things, and kind of jump to different checkpoints too, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's kind of like really beautiful, well done experience that I think is kind of a lot of fun. It genuinely is a neat experience, and I don't have any health things for that. And there's always different challenges. Like every time you go and play it, the room setups are a little bit different, and it's one of those ones that I don't necessarily quite get bored of. You can just like go over and over and over again, and I'm kind of like, I like, sort of the challenge of this one, the neat setup of it, the different things you can kind of tackle, the different gold you can collect, and then of course you can like buy stuff. This reputation, and then you can wish, and you can like change things up a little bit. That doesn't help me. You need to blow stuff up. It's just fun because you can use like the traps like against your foes. Or you also gotta be careful because, the traps can definitely be an issue for you. But it is something that is, kind of straightforward in terms of, the combat and everything like that. But it's a fun, sort of weird adventure. I think it's just really quite quirky, and I'd really love to have more games, kind of like this. And I think it's just a bit of a blast to have available. And it's really just a delightful title. It really is such a good game. And it's as weird because it's not like focused as I normally would expect for things, but I sort of like these types of experiences. I think they offer something really cool. And if I had more like coin and stuff, I could obviously be buying some better options for my character here. Oh, and you can like collect loot by using your whip. It kind of makes you feel a little bit like Indiana Jones, if that makes sense. I don't know. I kind of get that vibe while I'm doing it. And it's also got some like, hidden secrets that you can find if you're willing to look around the map and maybe do some vertical elements, and the challenges change, and there's like a little bit of a surprise ending point too, or for different areas that might prop up and give you a bit of a challenge too. Again, it's a very interesting, different sort of game. It's got a nice sort of grim edge to it, but it's also a little bit, I guess you could say, hopeful too. Summon a companion. I'll pick this up. We'll take that jar instead. Like I said, like different areas, like each run is like a completely different setup. You kind of get a little bit more familiar with the types of rooms you can have, but it's always like new surprises for enemies, and sometimes these boxes are bad. I forgot about that. Sometimes you open those boxes up, they're not good. They give you an issue. So far the boxes have been very kind to me, so that's good. Yeah, it's just got like such a neat vibe to it. It feels really good. It seems to be playing quite smoothly, which is nice. Oh yeah, and then you can do the And you exit onto the next area, which is kind of cool. And, you know, it was pretty quick, too, which is nice. Continue. And then there's, like, these, like, perk things on top of stuff you can add in. It's just got, like, so many little dynamic elements to it. Hello there, my companion. Ready for battle? Let's see, what can we buy? Buy insurance. Yes. What? And you never know what you're gonna have to come across while you're battling away. Oh yeah, the fire thing's helpful for burning enemies. I'm surprised there's no enemies in the immediate vicinity here. It's a little bit weird. And again, the dynamics of it change because you're constantly going through different areas, different types of scenery, different enemies you gotta fight. A little bit more enemies every now and then too, right? What can we buy from you? Ring of Attraction. Sands of Time. Ow. What a good companion. So much help. Down you go. But yeah, like I said, there's a good amount of challenge here. There's a good amount of freshness in terms of how you move through it, the enemies you gotta fight, what your goals are, and once you get like a really good hang of it, you can really get some like sick flow going on through these maps, because there's a level of movement that I'm not even really perfectly showing off, just in terms of like using these zip things in order to kind of get to new spots. Oh, that was so tricky. Oh man, I should have saw that coven, right? Just like a big hole in the ground. That sucks. Okay. Unbelievable. We'll go to level 7. The Cells of Despair. Woo! But I hope maybe I've gotten somebody new to give this game a whirl and see that they quite like it. Because that's the big thing, is doing some discovery on titles. I mean, it's a pretty cool experience. I think it's quite a lot of fun. Pretty good challenge too, and like I said, just lots of replayabilities. You kind of, you know, learn the ropes, get new things, discover new secrets. I wish for a better genie. Not one that's sending fire to me. We're too quick now. I can't see anything on my screen, so we're just kind of running through here. And you know, you got this little bit of an indicator I've got going on right now. Dealing with different traps and stuff. Turn to stone, my friend, I see. I just love whipping the enemies too, it's so funny. See, and then we can get to this area here, and we can do like a oh, it's just so awesome, right? At least I think so. I find this like to be very enchanting, and so many like different rooms and dynamics to the challenges that you can face. It really is such a treat. Really, no bad things. Usually I get like quite a few bad things showing up. And, you know, with the sense of you being able to go around the environment and that, you can actually go off the path and find some cool things. Like I mentioned, secrets and stuff, hidden things, surprises, not so great things. You know, you never know what exactly is going to come your way when you are moving through the City of Brass.